Hello everyone, welcome back to the mushrooms. I did a video the other night, the night before, and anyway, the microphone wasn't working right. I was not in the frame very good, so I deleted it. It would have been a really good one because I was actually working on this one, on the sky, and the only thing I have left to do is the grass. But I came up with a solution. So let's make sure you can see these. I traced and made this picture that we are going to work on tonight. It is night here. And I put me down a piece of paper and I taped it so that I can know that to stay. And in this corner, I know that I'm in frame. I'm trying to figure all this out because I know what it's like to watch a video that's out of frame. So we are going to start with the sky. So let me just double check one more time. Okay. It seems good. So what we're going to start out doing, because the darkest part is just this little sliver at the top. And then we go into our mid color and then our light color. And how I started all of this was I took this powder blue and I colored in the whole sky, not including the clouds. So that's what I'm going to start doing. And we'll just see how far we can get tonight. So I just want to, and these are prism colors. This is powder blue 1087. So in any of your mushrooms, whether you do it in the color book or you trace them off to do something, and as you can see, I just traced off the two that everybody seems to love and made it a little bit smaller. I did not put any of the little whimsical houses in it. I just wanted it to be the mushrooms. And I added some of my own little this and that. So there's a lot of things that you may like about a picture and don't like about a picture, or you want something a little different. Just trace it off. And that's what I did. I traced it off with tracing paper, and then I bought myself a light table. The first one I got, I think, was like $20, and I got a $5 coupon. And oh, it got hot. When you, after just a little bit of laying your arm on it, and you were constantly turning it on and off with your arm, not on purpose, but so I sent it back, and I was doing a little more investigating, and they're doing using these a lot if anybody does the diamond painting with the little chips. They said that they're using these because it's easier to see. But mine came with 4 magnets, and one lady did say the magnets aren't strong enough to hold her print down. I haven't done it. I haven't investigated. I know what they're doing, but I don't know exactly what all that entails. You're taking these little bits, tiny pieces somehow, and putting them on this, I think, fabric, I guess. I don't know if you're gluing it I wouldn't think you're gluing it if you're using a light table underneath it. But anyway, I found a really nice one and I really like it. I paid, I think, $23. It was under 25. But I've wanted one for a very long time. Let me get it. Let's see if I can tell you the name brand. It's just across on my other desk. Let's see. It's got a little, when you set it down, it's thicker at this top than the bottom. It comes with these 4 magnets. And they're not real strong. They're strong to stick together, but they will stick around the edges. And when you turn your table on, it's on the side, so it's not on the top like some of them are. You plug it in, it'll last, I guess, up to 6 hours. So you hit it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and that's as bright as it would get. And you can literally see through it and trace what you're doing. Let me see if there's a name brand on it. You would think it's made in China, of course. I'll have to look on the box and see. But anyway, that really makes it easy to trace something off. And if you want to change it up, you can move these around however you want them and add whatever you want, even from another picture, which is kind of fun. Where's my corner? I'm going to move this down a little bit. And so you can create your own pictures out of your color books by tracing different things and putting them together and creating your own designs and coloring them. So that's another idea. You know, I love my books. I'm not going to say I don't, but it is fun to change it up a little bit and do something a little different. Cheng, I think that's how I don't know for sure how to pronounce her, but everybody knows who she is. She's an amazing colorist. On Etsy, she has some different pictures that you can buy, that she has tutorials that are free on YouTube. I got that little corgi dog, and I'm hoping to, with the flowers, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's really cute. You know, I watch YouTubes too. I watch so many, so now I'm kind of picky who I watch and what I watch. But I love to look at people's ideas of colors that they've picked for different things, and gives you ideas for other projects that you might do that you like those colors together, or find something kind of like that you like. I think I'm doing better at staying in the frame now, because this corner means I'm in the frame. Sometimes this camera fools you. This takes some time to do this background like this. When I see people who have done the whole background in pencil, I admire them, because it takes a lot of time of mixing your colors together and doing it. I would if it wasn't for it being such a beautiful picture when you get done, I don't know that I would do a lot with the whole background in pencil. I'm just being honest, is it does take a lot to get it done, and it's monotonous. But it is well worth the time. How pretty it turns out. I've seen some amazing backgrounds where they put them all together. I am going to come down this far, and then I'm going to start at the top again and start doing the darker colors, but I want to get at least this far into this picture of just putting down a base. I like how it came out, even though it's not a little fairy house. I like it a lot. I think it turned out pretty, and it's going to be different. The 70s all over again. My mom, who is 90, let's see, she might be 95. She always said, and she's still going, slow, but she's going. She said everything turns around, everything comes back. Styles come back, and I've seen them come back a couple of times already, so I think right now there's a little hippie looking movement going on. So this fits right in with the 70s, the mushrooms. My mom had these beautiful orange mushroom canisters. I think a lot of ladies had them. They weren't that cheap either at that time, but they were very pretty. I can't remember if I ended up with them or... But funny the things that we've had and moved on. All right, I went clear down in here. I said I wasn't, but I did. And they really want to go light with this. You're just giving it a little tiny top coat, bottom coat, because it just helps things move along, and especially if you do not press, you just let the pencil do it. It is, okay, I'll come back and do that part in there. That's just that little, so we'll come down across here. I did it anyway, didn't I? I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I did just the opposite. I'm not too worried about blending. I am trying to get it blended. And we don't want it to look weird. You gotta stay within a certain amount of blending it together, or you're going to have dark and light spots all over the place. So the secret is just keep your pencil at the same, you can see a little bit in here, but this little bit really is going to be okay. All right, so now get my little picture lined up. And where's my brush? There goes my neighbor's dog. I decided last night after trying to use that microphone and it ruined, it was loud and but I was like, oh, if he barks, he barks. The thing is he doesn't hear him sometimes and he barks and barks and barks. I live in a little cottage behind a house, off to the side really, but kind of in the backyard. It is a cute little house. Blue slate. We're just going to do the same, just lightly fill in. Just, we're going to do like a half moon from here to here. And then we're going to come in with a darker color. So we're just working it layer by layer into just keep turning your little paper around, whatever's easiest. Don't press hard because we don't want no real dark spots yet. We just want to keep blending it. In. And when we use a different color pencil, after this, a dark one or a lighter one on here, that is what is going to change the color. And at first, you're going to be thinking, I don't know about this. Don't give up. Keep going. Just don't press hard. Just, we're going to add 3 layers before we start really darkening. Be real careful around your edges. Because when I did this, I took a small dinner plate. Let me show you. Whatever you can find after I traced it, because I loved the circle. So I took my plate and I just laid it down and got it lined up where to the best. And then I just traced it. You can also take your tracing paper, trace this on there, cut it out, and then do it that way. But this gives a nice lip where you really don't have to worry so much about getting out of mine, but you can always erase it too. If you don't have the right size circle, just fold some paper in half and cut a few, like, you know, some paper that isn't expensive, and start out larger and keep cutting it down until you get the size you want to make this circle. And you will find it works really, really good. Where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way. And our little clouds were just, I took my kneader eraser. It's that one that looks like putty. And I just pounced up and down on my clouds after I drew them. And you can do that again. I did it on the outline just to get the, just to keep getting the line lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's just a piece of it. You get a nice square. And I haven't even touched the other part in years. I lost it, one, and I had to just buy another one. I'm good at loaning people or giving things away too. So here, take mine. I'll get another one. Do you do that? I guess that's our hearts, huh? We want to make other people's lives nice to enjoy. I've set so many people up with watercolors, little watercolor sets, and went through my brushes and gave them a couple brushes and told them go home and practice. Whether they do or don't, I don't know, but it's just that painting and coloring, and it just takes your mind so far away and just makes you feel so relaxed. If you let it relax, you relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath and let it out if you start getting tense over anything that you're coloring or doing. Just don't allow it to be anything but what it's supposed to be. It's just a time to let go and not think about anything outside of your color book. I've had a few people say that on the comments about how they buy all these pencils because they want, to see which one. And the only thing I was saying when I first started, I didn't know one thing from the other is all I was saying. And I just wanted everyone to know, if you're new, you don't need a million colors. There's some really nice pencil sets, large pencil sets for under $50 that Aztec, I think, is one, and that's one that's right out of I think they're out of Phoenix. I was kind of surprised. They really got strong during our little episode of having to stay home, but they're a good set. I got Castle Rock, Castle Art Castle. I know. I just mix things up, and it is Castle Art. I have polychromos. I have intense ink pencils. I have the other ones. I showed most everybody what I have, and I have Prisma, and my soft pastels and my distressed ink ones are probably my very favorite. Okay, so now I'm going to go darker, and this isn't quite dark enough, but I'm going to use, is it this one or this one? Let me look at the names. This is Blue Denim. I think I did that at the very top of one of them. But Peacock Blue. You can, don't, it's your lead that you kind of want to. Let me try this Mediterranean blue. Let's just try it and see if this is the one. And since I'm not trying to match these two up, am I in? Check it out. Okay, I think this is the one that. So it's number 1022, Blue Mediterranean. I look at the bottom part and I think it's in German. So I have to remember, always look at the top part. And you want to make this line now soft around the edges, because this is your dark color. Well, you may have to come in with just a little bit darker to burnish it, but you see how I'm just pulling that line so that it's going to be even, because I wasn't being very careful, I think, on some of the other ones. But there you go. And then you're going to come back in and fill all that in. And you can, because when we go from here down, we're going to blend these two together. This soft, I think it's blue slate that I used, the next step down. So I'm going to start up just a little bit. And I'm going to try to go like in a half circle, working my way around this. Because right now I want everything to go in the same direction. That's what I found. There's some really, really good colorists that we've learned a lot from. And I just enjoy this so much. As I've said many times, I watch and then I turn around and I have to just do my own thing, because sometimes they go too fast. You're stopping and starting, and so if you want to do it exactly, I think we're going to come in with a darker color on top of this yet. But we're filling this in. And don't make real long. This is pretty big right here. Going back and forth like this. So you don't want to go too much farther out than that. And don't worry about every single little white spot being filled in yet. Because the layers, as we do the layers, they're going to fill it in. This definitely is going to be a two-part video, because I want to do both of these mushrooms. And I'm thinking about making them some other color than the orange and the yellow, just to show you how you can change it up. And it'll be the exact same process, regardless of what colors you use. It's still, you do it the same way. Let's clean it up a little bit. Okay. And we're going to come in here. I don't want to get real close, but I'm going to stay just above the line, so that when I come in, I can start lightening this up before I start pulling it into the other color, and it will make it easier. And your little clouds, you can dip down a little bit into them and just kind of make little circles. and it'll make them look a little fluffier than the very straight lines, even like what I've done. Because when you're either coloring them or drawing them, which you have to draw them because they're not in the book either. But this makes them look a little fluffier. And you're just going up and down, kind of. And if you're getting a lot of lines, that's why we've gone and laid down. And I'm still not pressing hard. I'm pressing a little bit harder, but I'm still not pressing hard. I'm letting my pencil lay the color down. So as soon as we get done with this picture, I'm going to pull the polychromos out, and we're going to start seeing the difference between the two. Because I forget. I use one so long, and then I forget what the difference is. But I know I love them too. I really do. And the thing is if you can't afford them, don't go in debt. Just, save up and get a better set later. But you're still going to learn all of the techniques. You can still get a good color out of some of these other ones that are wax base. That are still very pretty colors. I just didn't know. I just thought I had to have them all. I thought in order to make my picture look as good as some of these, I had to have them. But some of the beautiful colorists that have been around for so long, and their YouTube is big, people send them a lot of things too. And so they didn't just buy everything, and they've been doing it for a while. I went out and I just thought, okay, I gotta have this one, okay, I gotta have that one, and I could have just stuck with even my castle art. But they all have a little different effect when you color with them, because they're just different. There is a difference. And I think I've told you, the castle art doesn't have near the wax, the buttery feel that you get with these Prisma. So you'll love them all. If you're like me, you'll want them all. But all I intended to say is you don't need them all. Okay, what's our next color? Peacock blue, let's see. I think that's what I used. Okay, so now we're going to switch to peacock blue. It's 10:27. Boy, it broke my heart when I had to delete the hour-long video I made last night, but I was like, I'm just not going to let that go. I wasn't always in frame. I thought I was. I wasn't. That's why I taped this piece of paper down so I can kind of keep better track, hopefully. So now we're just burnishing this color in. I am pressing it just a little bit harder. you try to fill in the white spots, but you don't worry about them even yet, because you can still come back with a lighter color and go over this. And when you're around the clouds, go in little circles, and it'll help you get around them. I do appreciate everybody who watches my videos. You've made my heart happy that you like them. I need a drink. Maybe I will keep some water now because my mouth gets dry from talking so much. When you get really, really dry, it's such a good, water tastes like such a good flavor. And even if I'm pressing harder, I don't have to press really hard. I'm just going back and forth and around until I get this filled in. And I could go a million times and not get every single white spot on my paper. And it's not just because this is a vellum cardstock. It's in your color books too. Every paper is different. But the trick is to take a lighter color, maybe this color, and come back over it. And you will fill these in. And it'll look really, really pretty. You can take, I love this for doing that, because you just kind of soften that into your paper. And this thing, it just goes ahead and gets rid of those little white spots too. See? And then you just wipe off all your stuff. And then you've got a little piece of sandpaper. It's on a little stick that comes with it, or you can use your own sandpaper. If you run out, it's just sandpaper. And you rough up the edge and get the color off and take some of that paper off, and it's ready to go. There's so many different ones, and I've gotten them all, I think. Well, not every brand of, but different kinds, I should say. I even have the liquid that you can dip this in. Gemsel, it's an odorless mineral spirits, and you can dip this in and you can work it too. But I've tried it a couple times. I don't know, I guess maybe I just have other ways that do work, so I don't so much depend on it. I think you get used to something and then you, but I got it if I need it, and I tried it. And we all have our different ways of things working for us. As the people that are new, You'll find that out. Just do it. You'll just, but you don't have to have everything. That's all I'm saying is to get started. Just get started. Just start having fun. Get you a couple color books. I love all my color books. I had a couple more that I didn't show you the other day, but one of them I was going to send back, and Amazon said keep it. That shocks me sometimes when they tell me to do that. I think that's the third time that they told me something, just keep it. I don't know if it's not worth their time or what, but see, we've almost got this top part, but it does take time. This is a very time-consuming project doing these skies. But it looks so pretty. I think it's worth it. I have so many pages that I want to color. But I'm good at getting things stocked up, and then I just relax and I have it. And I don't have to think about it. It's just there. Do I want more? Of course I want more. I want all of the Rita, what is her name? Her travel books, her little books. I love them all. And even Joanna's books. There's so many that I just love. Am I doing a better job at staying in frame tonight? I know it's been kind of hard for me to learn, but I'm learning. And I'm really enjoying all your company. This is just amazing to me. So we're going to head down the sides. You can see we are here now. So we're going to blend, and this is probably the hardest thing, is to blend these two colors together and then blend these two together. But it is possible. So I'm going to just do a little bit darker here. Stay in this mode of filling this in. We will come back to this, but right now I just want to move into the next by lightening this up. Now just a light touch, very light. Okay, so even in here we're just gonna try to really lighten this to make it easier on ourselves. I've taken white and I've helped myself blend these things together. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the lines in here. That's where going over with the other blue. They talk about don't press hard because you don't want to bend your tooth down. So that just shows you how that tooth starts getting bent down. And why? Because then you can't, after a certain point, you can't add any more layers. But what was it they were saying? If you use this, now I'm repeating from a video, okay? So if you use this to blend, and you can't put down any more layers, this will allow you to put down another layer. And I just want to go. So I haven't tried it myself. I think I did. I think it did. It does work. Come to think of it. Because I did try it. And it gives a different texture kind of on the top. All right, now let's just try switching. Let's see which color. Photo blue. Photo blue. Non-photo blue. And it's 919. So now we are going to try very gently again, lightly, where we pulled it down. Go over that, because you can come up into the dark part. It's not going to change it much. And we're just going to lightly start blending this down. And once we get it blend, then we can start making it darker. Then we can start making this color pop. Because this is really a pretty transition. This is kind of like a radiance where you're going from one color to the next color to the next color, but you're going lighter and lighter and lighter. And if you really have trouble working it out, white pencil, and then come back over it, and you will get it blended out much better. But I think it's better if you try not to use that white pencil until you have to. I'm sending this one to my daughter too. She's very creative. She does all kinds of macrame and stuff. She has a website where she goes to all the craft store shows, and she does all kinds of stuff. She did that years ago when her kids were little. We got her into that, toll painting and all that kind of stuff. We're just crafty people. We got to have something crafty to keep our minds busy. And that's really what it is keeping your mind busy on things other than, seeing where my, is any kind of craft or art or, and now even if you've never done anything, now you're a colorist. So you can tell people, I'm a colorist. See how it's already starting to blend? Let me go over here and start this one down too. Just the sky is going to take us a couple hours. We've already been on this for 45 minutes, a little over. So you can see how much work goes into doing these kind of backgrounds. I'm just doing little circles when I get close so that I'm not going into my mushroom. And again, we're just moving this so that we can, we'll come in with another layer yet. But this layer needs to get down so that these blend. And if you need to, you can use the other color, because look how far down I actually am with this one. So you can kind of come in and come back and bring it down more so that your picture is more. If you want to, lay something across from where this one starts, that one starts. So we can come down a little more. Okay. Right about here. But it can be lightened up. I just want to darken it a little bit. And you can always come back and adjust it. If you put too much dark down here, then it's going to be too hard to lighten it. I mean, especially with all that we're putting down. We just want this to blend together. Oops. And so you can mark this a little bit, like here and here. Where's my ruler? A ruler would be much better. Right? So you can measure from here to here, here to there, so you can see it's actually there. So you're going to want to bring this color down and then maybe from, start lightening it up. But this is going to turn into this color. It takes me a lot of work to get this done. It might be easier some other way, but you just got to keep working at it. Go slow around those edges. And this is going to blend. It really will. You can see from this one, it ends up blending. You just have to keep working at it. From there to there, I had to come back and do more on this because it's not even being finished. But just got to keep working at it. You can do like little circles all over the place, and that covers up more. You can do smaller and just take your time more than I'm taking. I'm just trying to not everything works the same. Some things just take longer. Okay, so now I'm here and I want this to start getting really light. From here over, and even though it's still going to be, you see, you're just lightening it up, lightening it up. Very, very, very light. And then you can blend this in. Okay. The same in here. Go along the edges. For me, if I just kind of outline it just a little bit, it's like, okay, this is as far as you go. Don't go into these lines, past these lines. Is it mental? I don't know. But whatever works, right? Okay. Seems like always the smaller areas take more. And less work, because you're not trying to do such a big area, and it doesn't seem so overwhelming. And then we're gonna lighten up down here. I needed a drink. I'm trying to drink more water. I'm trying to behave myself, which isn't easy. Excuse me. I'm trying to exercise more than once a month to get the urge to get busy and do something. Today I was out and about quite a bit, so I thought, okay, well, did that count? I moved around. I wasn't in my chair. I walked all over the 2 stores. And come home, put all the groceries away. Still forgot half of what I wanted for the week, so I don't have to go back again. Okay, is that really across there? Okay, that's that one. So here we start getting real light. That's because we do want to, down here, put the grass and fill that in. Still trying to decide whether to make these mushrooms orange or keep them in yellow, or what I should do. Maybe just keep the red, the yellow, and the orange, and make this one the red one. Keep this one the orange one, and make these a different color. That might be work, huh? Change the colors up. I don't know what she's going to do with these, but exactly. But she really liked them. She's getting ready for a show, and I told her, I know you're busy. This is all of a sudden I've gotten really busy myself. It isn't nice to have something to look forward to. When I first got my color books, I looked over at the clock and it would be 11. Then I'd look again and it would be 1. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll just finish this little bit. And one night it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, okay, it's time to stop. It's just time to stop. So here we are. We're back to this. I don't know if that would work or not. I think that's more of a gray blue. That's not going to work at all. We just stick to our powder blue. Man, that one had nothing left to it. So we're just going to blend this here together. And tomorrow we'll come back and we'll blend it down. The hardest part is to get the first part done. And I do want it done where you can see what it looks like. And how it ends up coming together. It really does. But the thing is just to keep blending it. Come up into this color and just a little bit here. Around them little guys. Make sure the ends of your pencils are clean when you're doing light colors, because it will pull down into your, I call them projects, into your project. But you just have to work and work and work until it all comes together. And no doubt it will. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We still got some work to do to get this, because we're going to be burnishing as we come down now again for this next layer, and it's going to be softening up like this. It'll just come on down into that. And we'll be pressing harder and pressing in. and bringing our colors together into this amazing blue sky. I think that the sky is what makes this picture so beautiful. And the mushrooms, no doubt. But we're going to do the mushrooms too. So this might even take 3 videos, but we're going to do it all online, where you can see the different colors, see it coming together. Just keep laying that pencil down. Okay. You can kind of start seeing it. Building up and building up. And that's what this whole thing will be. Build up. And I'm always thinking to myself, am I sure? But it does. It comes together. This is my 5th one that I've done. I have to finish that other one, but that one is almost done. I just have to do the bottom part. And I can send them to her. You can see the more you start getting this thicker coat in, the more it starts, you get little crumbs. You want to make sure those crumbs get wiped off and not smeared into your picture. You can see right there, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's starting to mush together. And on this outline I used a much smaller, I think I used a 3 instead of the heavier one. I wanted to try it and see what it would look like. We don't have as much down here yet, so it's not mushing together like incorporating together. It seems like the more layers you get, the easier it gets to pull it together. Remember, I'm not an artist, I'm a colorist. And I may not be right in every single little detail, but for me, it is. So if you like what I do, try what I do. If you like somebody else, try their styles. This is just so much fun that we have such a little group of people that we watch. And so now we're going to just start going back the other way. Pressing just a little bit harder. And I'm still not going to worry about getting every single white spot filled in. I just want to get enough pencil down now so that when I come back to burnish this final step, and this is the last as far as putting color in, and I am pressing a little harder to get this down, but when I bring this in and press it and smush it together, you're going to see it transform into this silky looking soft okay, can you see the difference? So it's just a matter of working it together. And even down here where we blended the colors, we can take these stumps, or you can use a lighter color, but I don't know why I just like this today on these pictures. I like using this to push it down and push it into the paper and blend it together. But you can see where we put more and less, what the difference is how pretty it blends. And you're not taking anything off. You're kind of pushing it together. I know somebody could say it better than what I'm saying, but I got to quit that too, huh? But this is what's happening in front of my eyes. Is it smooshing together? It's like you're pressing down and the color is smooshing out and smooshing together. And look at how pretty this is starting to look compared to this. And you think, so that's what we're going to be doing. But I'm going to quit for tonight. We're a little over an hour now. And we'll come back and I will do this tomorrow. And I'll finish it on a video. And then we're going to do the mushrooms on a video. And I hope you are enjoying it and just getting an idea how I did it. So if nobody's told you today that they love you, I love you. And you are amazing and you are valuable. So until tomorrow, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. And share if you want to, so other people can see it. It's amazing. I share on my Facebook how many of my friends are like, wow, you know, and don't even know about coloring. I didn't know about coloring. But anyway, that's all I have to say for tonight. See you tomorrow.